it back, run 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 it back.
It's Madden NFL Best. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it comes your way next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. We have a red zone situation brewing. This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing.
A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They run it on 1st with Foreman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing.
This defense backed up now as they're looking at a 1st and goal just inside the 10. They'll run with Montgomery. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. Nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Goff now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery from 6 yards away. And the Lions have retaken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because often...
So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Now Fields out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles.
Foreman powering ahead. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bears have taken the lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That'll be caught by Foreman. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Fields now to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown Bears! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted.
This defense backed up now as they're looking at a 1st and goal just inside the 10.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. K.J. Osborne, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Deebo Samuel up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. In that one, all even as they play the visiting Texans. The Bears were given a solid first half by their quarterback, Justin Fields. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter?
Back to throw. Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here we go. We're good.
They'll run here with Foreman.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Foreman diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard. And
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
Fields on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
On play action, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, 28 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Been a very... Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes.
Now a give to Foreman.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Deontay Foreman with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get...
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top the...
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Here we go.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Good night.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now, because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Bears, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.